Hey, how's it going? It's the Polk here. Welcome back to our Fang series, where I'm gonna try and figure out how to save this series because it's going insane. We keep having wild swings in our economy. Our standard of living is terrible. Our population, 200,000 people have died. We're just gonna try to do our best here. So, I don't even know what I just selected, honestly. Probably the worst one of them. But most of our issues are from this reactionary movement. Obviously, barring that, there's mainly just an issue with being a tributary, rather vassal under king. I think that's actually how it's supposed to be said. Not king. Um, yeah. So I think we're gonna keep pushing for autonomy here, and hopefully we can end the game strong. Definitely one of the most challenging playthroughs I've had. And looking at this right here, we're going to have a civil war over a reactionary movement. So they don't like, I mean, they literally have two things that are making them happy and one thing that's neutral. And for some reason, they want a civil war. But, you know, either I'm not going to sit here and appease this party because, frankly, this party usually has no issue. It's just because of the turmoil we're going through, because of the resulting issues of you know King keeps giving us our own market and then suddenly taking it back and pushing us back in their own market. And they're doing this because we're getting close to this and they're trying to influence us, but really it's just annoying. So we're having to basically kill all of our PMs, work backwards in our economy, and we have to unscrew everything that we've already fixed. So I'm gonna do this again. I had to do this like 2 videos ago. I had to go in here and modify the entire economy just to be able to float it. Um, Honestly, the interest rate. I mean, look at the gold reserves off the graph. That's insane. Obviously, that's a UI bug or whatever, but wow, this is terrible. Most of our money is being sunk into government wages and government buildings. Not much going into interest, but frankly, we were able to afford this before. It's just we have issues now because of our market being ours now. So I can't remember how much I fixed from the last video. I know one of the great benefits we have now is the fact that we have America and Prussian markets right bordering us right now. So we can fix most of our issues through that. The next thing that we need to work on is looking at, okay, what are we actually needing and what can we not produce? I believe we're in the process of these things balancing them out. I think trade routes are slowly building up. Maybe, maybe not. Build that one, and that one. We probably need the sulfur, honestly. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fair. Um, Build that one and see. Who knows? Maybe I can get a better trade deal with somebody. Honestly, I'll just take it because it's profitable. We don't need a whole lot. We just need a little. So whoever gives me the best trade value, yeah, it's still going to be the Americans on that one. And then for fertilizer, we will go for Durian. No, I think we're going to go for. Do I really want to? I don't want to do 22 convoys there. Um, Yeah, frankly, I'm just gonna knock taxes down. Not that it's really gonna help anybody or fix anything. Like, consumption taxes are giving us nothing. I'd rather have the authority to, I don't know, help out. We completely destroyed our military in the last run because we just can't manage a military and do all of this. If we have any universities, we don't. Uh, Honestly, this balance is just really high, and it's construction sectors and admin buildings. And we kind of need the admin buildings to keep this stuff up. The healthcare should help us get a little bit of that standard of living back. The education, not so much, but I really need the police here. So I think since they're not building and we're not building, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna cause a little bit of a recession. Just kidding. I guess we can't because we have a revolution brewing. So we'll just have to sit it out. We can't fix the economy because they want to overthrow the government, and we're just gonna have to see where that goes. Like I said, they're literally the ones in charge, so that's kind of weird that they want that. I can't abdicate or do anything. I can't pull them into the government because they are the government. Uh, I don't know. We're just gonna have to let it go. And there it is. We have a civil war where we have no military against no military. Beautiful. Now we can pull in these conscripts and use our one general and maybe crush this rebellion. We're not even passing an art like we're not passing a law, so it's kind of weird that they're reacting to nothing changing. Um, it sucks, man. Like I don't know what construction goods. Well, now that we don't have that 3,000 subsidies for railway, I mean, we need it. We need the railway. Well, China seems to have done with this, so they sent 280 divisions or whatever to come help us with it. All right. Well, we can look at what we can do with laws. Maybe we can get something. They don't like universal suffrage. That's fair. Maybe we can go for technocracy. I don't know. Really, nobody wants to change. It's just the people who are civil warring that want to change. Oh, look, we can go for multiculturalism. There's no support for it, but there's a couple movements that are going for it, so we could do that. Yeah. I would love to do multiculturalism. That would help us so much. We got right of assembly. That's fine. We just have a really big conservative shift in our country right now, and it's kind of annoying because we were doing so well with going in the other direction. But naturally, that's going to happen with you know this economic strife that we have, and there's nothing I can do because I'm just gonna. It's not like interest is killing me. There's there's no saving this. Go ahead and unmobilize. China's got it for us. I guess we'll do another bankruptcy. Like, there's really not much to. So our expenses are from government buildings, like ports. Can't really get rid of ports. We need those. The only thing we can do is encourage like GDP growth, but we got violent suppression, I guess. We could do that. We could do assimilation and conversion, and we could do manufacturing since we have all this extra. That might help. We really just need this immediately. So we need the devastation to go away. We need this radicalism to die. Okay, good. The radicalism has died. That means the GDP is going to go up, and we're going to continue to try to push down the from external migration. Not great, but yeah. So we need that radicalism to continue to go down, and that should heal our economy quite a bit. Um, we still have this issue though, for some reason. Government wages, we could reduce them. I guess we could get rid of like one admin building. We could lower the priority on education for now. Maybe get rid of colonialism. There's really no point in having it, but they love it for some reason. Okay, let's pull these guys in. Oh, I can actually get trade unions too. They really don't seem to care. Everybody seems to be very happy now. They don't like the monarchy, so we're gonna go to parliamentary or presidential. We do council republic. We don't want to make the literati mad. Yeah, let's get rid of the monarchy again. We keep switching, swapping, and everything, and it's because of these huge swings, and people are just desperate to change, even though the change is just making things worse. Um, we're gonna continuously have to declare bankruptcy because there's just nothing else to do. I can get rid of those. Um, this business is dead, so I mean, they could make less groceries, I guess. That would help. We'll do that, and then textile mills. I'm sure we used to have so many more industries, and now we're just three. So clothes are really cheap. No sense in upgrading that, and we can't get silk. So maybe we can export a little bit. Not too much. I just want to make sure that we have profitable businesses so that people get paid. People are getting paid, then they can spend. The world. Okay. They want more groceries, and yet it's still showing cheap. Play for a second. Okay, it's showing 15% cheaper. I'm gonna export. I'll send it to China. That should balance that out a little bit. It's downgrading that too, which is unfortunate. Um, I would subsidize, but we can't afford to do literally anything. We produce a little bit more furniture and maybe export. Like I said, it's gonna suck when we do all of this and then China pulls us back into their market like nothing happened. Glass. Guess we could export some glass. I don't know. Oh, nobody wants it. Tools. What I don't want is for this to happen. Autonomous downsizing. I don't want our economy to just shrink because we've spent years building it up and then we're just going to shrink it all at once. So I need to do everything I can to send goods out so that these businesses stop trying to downsize. We're going to have to export that paper too. We'll always send it to Zero Convoy if we can, but steel is doing terribly because of iron. Ask America for some iron, I guess. Tough. Real tough. Yeah. Engines, we've got too many of them. Maybe. Oh, you guys need a lot of convoys for this. We'll send them to King and then America and Spain, I guess. We're kind of shifting to an export economy, kind of. Yep. We need these to export as well. Nobody wants them. Arms industries, same thing. Would love to export them. Okay, so King will take them. America will take them. Anything we can export would be useful. Got general training because we have conscripts. Uh, wish we could consume a little bit more of that glass right there, so we will. We don't have any coal. Yeah. A bunch of this comes down to just us not having resources, like raw resources, so we have to kind of just make do with just trade. I'll take the bonus to his popularity. Standard of living's gotten a little bit better. We're eating debt, of course, and I'm hoping that this improves. We were near 10 million GDP at one point. We could just oh, they're independent. Oh no. Oh, see, they have their own market. Okay. We could go for this one and just see what happens. The worst that happens is we lose the game, I guess, and the best that happens is we get more land and we don't lose the game later. Oh, 60%. Well, it's 100% now. I've actually never seen that one. Bhutan wants us to support their independence. Sure, why not? Um, but we should have a alliance with. Just kidding. No alliances for us. Thought Spain liked us at one point, but I guess not. France can give investment rights too. Austria, Prussia, Persia, no one. Okay. Well, we had a friend in Spain at one point, and I guess that's not going to happen anymore. This game's a mess. Okay. I'm hoping we can get that autonomy increased soon. Not a whole lot to do here. Could produce more liquor. We're gonna do that. I don't know why it says unprofitable. I guess the input goods. Yeah, sugar. So we need more sugar and grain and glass. Okay, so for sugar, we're already producing fig orchards. I can import some sugar, I suppose. We're already importing from two of the trade partners, but we can go ahead and pull from Johorian and Japan to help us out. And then the other, so that makes sugar reasonable. And then grain is another we need to deal with. In fact, we might even be able to swap this over to maintain single crop. And then, honestly, we can do that. Makes more sense for us to have rice instead of bananas, in my opinion. Since we have no construction sectors, it costs nothing to build this stuff. Trees, we'll get road maintenance in there as well, and social mobility. We need a lot more convoys. Okay, we're starting to heal. Let's keep looking at this. We've gotten that down. That's 30%, and then glass. We've already lost two of them. Ridiculous. Like, we're producing our own glass, so I don't know why it's being this way. Do that. Produce just a little bit more. Okay, now liquor's super cheap, so we'll pull it back. Produce more groceries. Now we don't need the glass, which is nice. And we could potentially export this. Yes, Prussia will happily take 151 for 0 convoys, and Britain would take 50. So we're going to have a high demand for liquor here in a second. I'm gonna subsidize this because I want to see if we can get this business going again. Because we have such high buy orders. Oh, good. We're in the Qing market again. This is wonderful. Okay. Well, as is tradition, they keep manipulating the hell out of us, and we're gonna go back to max everything. Love it. If they could just leave us in their market, that'd be fine, but they keep pulling us out. And it's messing with us. Like, we lost almost 300,000 people just from getting kicked out again. And we lose tons and tons of businesses. We lost so many levels of various businesses every time they do this. And now we don't need to do all these trade routes. I'm just going to cancel them all because it's just too much to deal with. This is the only one we need. Britain and American. And then that's going to explode our economy. Our standard of living will go up, and hopefully our pop will level back out. And then we can build back up our various levels of construction because we had 7 of them and now we have 0. We put that back up to 5. I thought it was playing. We'll end up getting Parliamentary Republic probably. Looks like they need tons of ammo. Okay, at war again. Yeah. Been rough. This game is very rough. 1908 we can finally push for maybe increasing our autonomy, and in the last 20 years of the game we might be able to take over some territory. I don't know if we're going to get this achievement. It's beginning to look like we won't, but that's okay. We play, we learn, we get better, and we play again. Maybe we get better then. Maybe we just always suck. Okay. Well, we're getting military stuff. Um, like so far behind. This is I guess we'll go for that. A little bit of mutual. Okay, their lives are improving. We've got 300,000 people starving and 21% devastation. We're building rice farms to try to give us a little bit better grain control for the future when we get inevitably dropped again by King or Qing. And they've been at war with Bhutan for a minute. This thing's going forever. Oh, it's Britain versus the US. Looks like the US is losing. Transfer Tunis, Sierra Leone, Ionian Islands, Mosquito Kingdom, Alsace-Lorraine. Regime change in El Salvador and conquer Ponte. Oh, come on, don't take that. I need America here, man. I guess that would be Britain and Prussia, so that would be kind of a benefit. Okay, so King is no longer at war. And that caused our economy to go worse. Yes. But hopefully we heal. Okay. We've got some bad authority here, so let's go ahead and drop a few things like road maintenance maybe. And I'm gonna drop this one out. Might hurt us a little bit in the short term, but that's okay. I don't want to get too many radicals, and I want to see migration return here. Right now, wow, we're projecting 76,000 people leaving every year. 82,000 now. Okay, well, I mean, everything's doing pretty good besides like motor industries. Let's bring that one up because we're subsidizing the railway right now, which consumes that, so it only helps us to produce more of those. The arms industries isn't doing too hot, which isn't surprising. Yeah, so they want to pull. Communist Party is now leading our country, so naturally we should start working towards what they want. Um, they want a council republic. I don't see why not. More loyalists are always welcome. Okay, so we've got our standard of living back up. There's still some struggling guys, but I think we're doing a lot better. Groceries are expensive. That's surprising. Well, we used to have 9, buddy. I don't know why it's forcing the sale of some of these. Got 17, 18 million in that. We're stockpiling even though our balance is negative. Got power plants. I mean, our GDP should be going up higher than what it is right now, even without building things. I'll go ahead and build a construction sector. We'll get one of them going with iron frame, and we'll go from there. Hopefully, we can build back. There we go. We're getting all the investments up higher for our institutions. Okay, I need the radical movement to stop having so many people, so I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go minus 30% to that. I believe we're still suppressing them. Can't remember. Nope. Good there. Um, we've got until. Wow, these are a lot of negative. 7 more years of declared bankruptcy. So it probably wouldn't behoove us to go into any kind of wars until that's over. That's 1914. It is 1907, but we need to wait until. Wow, and it again. Can I have a thing that you're not going to give me? No? Cool, thank you. Um, so May 1908. Then we'll wait, and then we'll ask for this later if it goes down again. Okay, so the private sector's not building right now for some reason. That's nice. Well, we'll build another construction sector. Oh, look, they're fighting in Vietnam. And our GDP just collapsed again. Gotta love it. Okay, we're producing a ton of liquor. Let's see if we can export it. Russia. We'll send that to Prussia. Japan would also like some, but I would also like to help other industries that we have that are suffering, like furniture. Send luxury furniture out, probably for a good profit too. Uh, 75 or 129 or 135, we'll send that one to Convoy. Furniture, export. Japan's gonna get this one. Little diversified trade here. Okay. Well, private sector is just broken. They don't want to build anything because nothing's profitable. Well, textile mills are, but for some reason, build another port, I guess. Who's this? I don't care for him. I feel like I'm just like dragging along a corpse of a country through time just to like get to the end because this is we just can't compete, I guess, in Qing's market anymore. Okay, Council Republic laws. Can we get this? Oh, we have a lot less opposition now. Gonna try it. Who's supporting it? It's the yeah, who's supporting this? The Bornean nationalist movement and the Dayak national movement. Okay. I'll need some authority for that. But, wow, I wrote it. Go communist, you really don't get any authority anymore. So the Bornean national movement, I'm gonna bolster that. They're actually militant, so I'm gonna bolster it and maybe they'll help support this even more. We got military shipyards. Why don't we have shipyards, like normal shipyards? We have fishing wharves and we have ports, but we don't have any shipyards to just make regular clippers. I'm gonna fix that. Private market won't do it, so I'll do it. And let's start looking at what we could actually use in our own local prices. They want wine, sugar. Can't really do anything about sugar. Services are fine. Tobacco, clothes, or sorry, cloth, fabric. Yeah. Can we do anything with no agricultural buildings? We'll just always have to import that. Isn't the worst thing. Oh, good. Britain wants us. Okay, reactionary movement. That's going to reduce it. Go with this. Ooh, look at that. We got 16% in favor of enacting multiculturalism. What's immigration looking like now? Still losing 45,000 people a day. That is insane. I wonder why that is. There's really no reason for it. We have a good standard of living. What is up with this? Then produce less, I guess. I don't know. It says it's more profitable to do that. Do it. It's a struggle bus all day, every day. All right, we should be really close to being able to demand autonomy increase. They're going to say no, but I think that might let us go for some sort of war against it. And it looks like Austria and Britain don't like King, so we'll request market control first. They'll say no, and then we'll ask for this, and they'll say no. And we should be able to get it, I think, through war, maybe. We're really out of options. Okay, well, independence would get us nothing, and war for increased autonomy would get. All right. I thought with Great Britain viewing me as their natural subject that I could maybe convince them by being their subject, but I guess not. What just happened? Yeah, we get regulatory bodies, I guess. Mortality is great. Sure. Take a step back and get 1%. I mean, they haven't mobilized a single. Oh, there we go, 39. I spoke literally too soon. Well, I don't know. 25% suddenly don't support this. Like war is going to kick off between us and Qing, and they're going to ask us for war reparations, even though we're their subject. Sending 27 divisions. Oh, we'll raise our conscripts, I guess. Not going to be able to do much. Get a adamant defense general. Are you winning, son? No. No, I'm not. Oh, okay, so they just get one. I thought it took 3 battles to fight me, but I guess not. It's special. So, yeah, we can totally afford 10% of more of our income going to Ching. Well, they conquered us, so will you take my autonomy deal? Really nothing I can do. Cool, so we just owe them 10,000 more or 10% more because, 5K wasn't enough already. Sorry, 3.6K wasn't enough. Yeah. Honestly, guys, I hate to do this, but there's really nothing I can do as Fang anymore. I can't get anybody to be my ally. Um, and at this point, if I went in here and asked for further autonomy, it'd be 1913. Another 5 years kicking the can down the road. I mean, France kind of likes this, but I can't do anything with anyone because I'm so far down. Like, as a vassal, you have no option. It's not being underneath them that's causing the issue. It's the fact that they push me so down and they're sucking away so much. Like, I have a negative income just because of them. This is not like a functioning society where I do great and then they do something stupid and then my entire country just collapses and then I pick up the pieces for 10 years to just for it to happen again. Um man, even migration is terrible right now. Everything we've done getting up to, 9 million, 10 to 20 years of development, even if it was great, just knocked us completely down. We had so much more industry. We were so much more integrated in their economy and the recovery of all this is just not happening. We could play another, 25 years and I don't even think much is going to change. We're just going to be cycling through bankruptcy. I think every 5 years we're just going to, maybe even less than that, we're going to end up being bankrupt, dealing with the issue, bankrupt, dealing with the issue. So, um, yeah. Again, I don't like to do this, but I think I'm going to go ahead and call this series. I'm going to say I failed to get Borneo, and I owe you guys another Land Fang run where I don't let this happen. I've never, I have very little experience with being under Qing, and it was just unfortunate. I was Korea last time. It worked out waiting and not trying to get the independence. It worked out not expanding and everything, but they also had significantly more. You know, they were able to actually push forward. Whereas Lan Fang, man, it was going great until it wasn't, and then it didn't again. I'm not saying this is impossible. This is definitely on me. Uh, but hope this doesn't dissuade anyone from watching any further episodes of other series. I am running the Persia series. I will finish that one. That one's had some setbacks as well, but hey, man, it's actually going pretty well after the setbacks. And I look forward to seeing people when I play in 1.9 in a few days. But that's all I got. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great day.